Hello everyone, in today's video we'll be looking at the best fame farms you can access as a new player, a moderate player and an expert player. Will be going up in incremental orders. Now with the new event, the Halloween event, you'll get 15% bonus fame by eating one of these treats. So we'll be using these, and this is not necessary. If you are watching this video after the Halloween event, you can still do this content. You'll just get like 15% less results. It's completely fine. It will still be the best activity you can do. So the beginner build is something like this. We have the nature staff because it's cheap, does a lot of damage, has some nice sustain. We'll be using the second Q, the first W, and the second passive. Mage call, same. We have the cleric robe and we have the scholar sandals. We are using all cloth armor to boost our damage because cloth armor boosts your damage. And the offhand we'll be using torch, gives us some cooldown reduction and auto attack speed. So for the cape slot, you can either choose the Thetford cape or the normal cape. So if you use the Thetford cape, the build will be 100k. If you use the normal cape, it will be only 40k. That's really cheap. That's almost nothing, right? So you can definitely go with this build if you want, but if you can afford it, go with the Thetford. It will help with the clear speed a little bit. It's just a luxury item. And for the food buff, we'll be using a beef stew, which is 3k or 4k depending on when you buy it. Don't really need a potion because this build is really cheap. Doesn't matter if you die with it. It's 45k including the food. If you have 2 food, it's 50k probably. And the treats, whatever event you're on. If you're on the spring event, you'll get a cake. If you're on Halloween, you'll get a chocolate, whatever. Most of the time there will be no event, so you don't have to worry about that. So the fame farm you want to do now is go out and kill open world mobs. Now this depends on your river level. Let me show you how you find that real quick. So when you open your destiny board, you just have to press B to open that. And after you open it, you will see these 2 swords right here on the left. And if you go forward from there, you'll see the Journeyman River. This means you'll have bonus damage and bonus resistance against tier 3 mobs. The Adept is the same thing but for tier 4. Same thing for tier 5, 6, 7 and all the way to tier 8. So depending on what your river level is, you have to go to that specific zone and farm your mobs. So for the beginners out there, I'll just tell you how to identify the zones real quick. All you have to do is press M. It will open up a mini map, or basically the world map. It's not the mini map. And you'll see a Roman numerical number next to each zone's name. So this is a tier 3, this is a tier 4, 3 again. You get the idea, right? So if your river level is below tier 5, you should stick to tier 4 zones and kill everything. It doesn't matter if your river level is not even 3, you can still kill tier 4 mobs, they are pretty weak. And as soon as you unlock tier 5 river, you want to faction flag. You will be able to faction flag by the time you unlock tier 5 river probably. So with faction flagging, you can get access to major rewards such as the faction mounts, the faction hearts and tier 8 tomes, which give you 200,000 fame per each book. So flag up for the city. It doesn't matter what city, but you have to flag up. After flagging up, come here and you'll see a shop of all the items you can access. Let me turn that down. That's really loud. I'm sorry guys. So you'll see this shop right here. In this shop you can buy whatever you want based on the level of your faction. So when you're low level, you'll only be able to buy these 2 items, and as you progress you'll unlock more and more, and the winter bear or whatever the mount for your faction is will be the best thing to buy. So for now, I'll just show you what you want to buy as a new player when you just unlock your faction rewards. So when you farm open world mobs, you'll get these faction points, and when you have 9,000 faction points, you can buy iron campaign chests. And when you buy them, it will have a small chance to give you tier 8 tomes. Let me show you what those are real quick. Now, if you look at the drops, we got tier 7 drop this time, but there is a chance for tier 8. I'll show you the tier 8 tomes too. So if you look at this chest, I have 135 tier 8 tomes, and each one of these tomes will give you 200,000 fame. So that's 200,000 into 135. So just from the books I have in this tab, I can max out an entire weapon line. And all of these high level tomes I got, they're all from the faction chest. So the faction chests are absolutely worth doing. They're really good. So always faction flag when you are doing your content. So after you unlock tier 5 river, all you want to do is just come to a tier 5 zone, and you want to travel 3 zones away. So from the city you are in, go 3 zones away, and you have to go to a tier 5 zone, not a tier 4 or tier 3, okay? So from Sterling, you can go to Can Kamain, Can Fider, and Can Gorm. I don't know why they made the names so weird, but if you go here, you'll get 15% extra fame and loot. So the way that works is the faction flagging gives you 5% bonus for each zone traveled, and it caps out at 3 zones. So for now, you have 5% bonus loot and fame here. If you go to this zone, which is 2 zones away, right, 1 and 2, you'll get 10% and it caps out here at 15%. If you go here, you'll not get any 20% bonus, it will still be 15. So that's what you want to do. Just go 3 zones away and a tier 5 zone with faction flagging and kill all the mobs on site, like this guy right here. It's very easy. See, he's already dead. And it gives us some silver. So this is not very much silver because, this is a yellow zone. But if you do the same thing until you hit tier 6 river and you unlock red zone content, you can go to this zone right here or any red zone from the city and kill the mobs over there, and that will give you a few million silver per hour. Not a few million, that's an exaggeration. It will give you like a million silver per hour and a million fame per hour. That is the best fame farm and silver farm you can do as a new player. All you have to do is go to a tier 6 zone and kill some mobs. I'll quickly show you a demo of that. So a quick tip on how to escape gankers in a red zone. It's very easy. All you have to do is look at the number down here. If it is 0, you are completely safe. If it is above 0, all you have to do is open the map. See if there's a skull somewhere. That means someone recently died in that area. Do not approach that spot and do not go in the main roads like this. You can go off the sides. It's much safer than sticking to the road. But if you do spot a ganker in the corner of your screen, do not walk forward, just turn back. Like, let's assume this guy was a ganker right there, right? As soon as I saw his name, I would just turn back and not look back again. Because if you hesitate while dealing with gankers, they'll just kill you in 3 seconds. It's not even like a skill issue, it's just there's so many of them every time. So this time we have 3 gankers in this zone. So we are checking for skulls. There's no skulls. So we don't know where they are. And it's completely fine because our build is worth what, like 40k? It's nothing, right? So even if we die, it's not consequential to us. So let's use one of these chocolates. Oh, I already used it. Now let me show you how much silver you can get. Oh, there they are. See, one of these guys dismounted here. And it's a healer, so it's not a scary thing, right? And that's a tier 8 Fists of Avalon. What's this guy doing? Tier 8 dual swords. They're all very high tier geared. Oh, they want to kill them. Okay, let's ignore those guys for now. Oh, they can actually kill them if they fight. I don't think they'll fight though. Are they going to fight? Nah, he used an enemy spot. I think he'll be out. Wait a minute. I can potentially snag some kills here. Alright. I'm trying to loot. I am not even trying to kill the guy. Oh, come on, stupid UI. Okay. I did get the holy staff. I think he had a lot more, but I got something. Oh, one more. Oh, this guy is so stupid. And we killed one mob for 1300 silver. And what, 7k fame? 2600? Yeah, I got some fame from it. I did not look at how much I got exactly. Oh no, that's fame credits, not fame, right? So I got like 7k fame and 1300 silver just from one mob. It's really high. Like, this is the best activity you can be doing if you're a new player. Even when you are like slightly experienced, this is still the best activity. And if you do this for like 1 hour, you'll get a few million in fame for sure. At least a million. This is the best fame farm you can be doing for beginners. And for experienced people, you can solo statics. I don't think that will be viable for the next patch because they're nerfing them, or rather buffing them too much, so you can't solo them anymore. So that's it for the beginner method. Now let's look at the more experienced players. So if you're more experienced, you can obviously do this in higher tier zones, like a tier 8 open world mob farm will work pretty well. Or you can do Avalon dungeons, like Avalon raids. Those are the best fame farm in the game. There's nothing even close to compare them to, but they require 8.3 and maximum spec. You need like 20 people to do them. It's too much of, it's too much work. And there's world bosses too. Like, if you join a really good guild, they'll take you out to black zones, they'll do world bosses, and those world bosses, like this guy, will give you billions and billions of fame every month or every week or whatever the hell they do. Like, if you go to the leaderboards, where is it? I don't know where the leaderboard is, but go to the leaderboard and sort it by the fame gathered for that week. You will always see these people in big guilds. All they do is farm world bosses all day. That's the best fame farm in the game. And you can take advantage of this candy to get 15% more. It's completely broken. Now let's do a recap on what we saw so far. If you're a complete beginner, you want to read the map, and all you have to do is look at the Roman numbers before the zone name and go to the zone that matches your river level and kill open world mobs on site. That's pretty much all you have to do. It's pretty simple, right? That's the best silver and best fame you will be getting. And if you're more experienced, you can do the same in tier 8 zones. You'll get a lot more fame and silver. And if you want even more fame and silver, you can go to Avalon raids, solo group dungeons until they get too strong, or do, what was the last thing I was going to say, the world bosses. Yeah, you can do the world bosses too. You can do any of these 3 types of content. They're all really good. There's also mists, but mists are kind of volatile because it's very dependent on you finding abbeys and whatever. I haven't calculated them, but you can try mists too. They're pretty good. Now let's do a premium code giveaway and see who wins that. Now, to participate in these giveaways, all you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment. We'll pick a random comment, do some verification, and send the code to you. You can also join the Discord server to win more. I am not pronouncing that. So yeah, this is the winner. If you want the code, just contact me on Discord and I'll get the code to you. Now that's it for the video, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.